We are preparing to stream live. Okay, I think, yes, we are streaming. A very good evening and warm welcome. I am Rishali Sheth, co-founder of OrangeSlates, and we have with us today Dr. Archana Sharma. Dr. Archana Sharma, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Rishali. Thank you so much. By profession, counseling psychologist, and have experience of over 11 years now in the field of psychology. And definitely because worked in the field so much, so there was a need that, little bit of, independence in terms of serving the society. So the Carpe Diem happened in the COVID time. And now serving two different industries and different age groups. So yeah, that's about me.
Great. So I'll just give you a background about what we are doing today. OrangeSlates and Carpe Diem, we together are starting with this series, which is called Teachers Tiny Tales. Okay, Teachers Tiny Tales is going to be, of course, tiny, not really long, 2-3 hours session, but something which is a safe place for educators where we are going to share our experiences, share our stories, share stories by our educators. We are going to have series of episodes, and I'll say today is the best day to start because today is World Mental Health Day, and I'll say I can't find anybody. So I know that I have a best person to talk about this day. Dr. Archana is with us today. And so we thought that, why don't we start something together where we create a space for educators. We create a space where we are able to talk anything and everything related to educators, which matters, right? So that's why today is really great start for all of us. What do you say, Archana?
Yeah, I think definitely, we mostly if you will see around most of the sessions, most of the workshop, professional development are mostly, organized to take care of students' mental health, parents' orientation, right? But what about the very important stakeholder, which is teachers or educators, right? Definitely it's very much required to address this, talk about it, and as we progress, definitely we will be addressing some very important aspects of that.
Yeah. Right, and very rightly said, because we normally have sessions which are pedagogy related, strategy related, how to manage classroom related for educators. And so today we thought, why not? I mean, this is really special, and like you correctly said, educators are at the center of the entire education system. So yeah, so we start with today's session. So the format of this episode that we're going to have, Teachers Tiny Tales, is going to be really informal, casual discussion. We are going to have, of course, some Q&A. If you have questions, you can put it in the chat and we'll try to address it. We are going live on YouTube and we'll be sharing these links on other platforms. So if you have questions, you can post, comment on any platform that you see the video on. And we'll try to adjust, maybe not in the session, but maybe later as well. So we'll try to answer as much as possible. And please put your comments, like the video. That will be really great. Okay, so let's start. So Archana, of course, I'm going to address you the first question. So what is Mental Health Day and why do we really need a specific day? What is so special about 10th October that we celebrate it as Mental Health Day?
Roshali, on a lighter note, 10th October happens to be my birthday also. So it's very, very, very important to celebrate that day.
Happy birthday, Archana. Oh, a very, very happy birthday. I know now why we have mental health.
So yeah. And the World Mental Health Day is something which is not happening from ages, right? It's recent, and it started on 1992 when the World Federation for Mental Health had decided to dedicate a day and do activities to create a lot of awareness regarding mental health and its importance. So the Deputy Secretary General Richard Hunter was the first person who proposed this and started working on this area where a day should be dedicated. Now why it should be celebrated is because so there is awareness and people understand the significance of mental health, right? So if there is a day dedicated, then definitely every industry will maybe as a tick mark exercise will at least organize something, will at least talk about it, will at least have the conversation done at their own space and as per the availability. So it's very important to understand that yes, there is lot of work need to be done in this area, because sometimes it is not addressed, it is not spoken about, people don't give importance to it, and then it is taken for granted that it's okay, it will be taken care by myself. If
Oh,
I have
खुश
some
रह
issue,
जाओ, खुश रहो। आप
yes,
खुश रहो
हो
ना, आप
जाएगा,
खुश क्यों नहीं रहते?
हो जाएगा, डोंट वरी, चाहे 4-5 दिन की बात है, then you will be fine. So very very Varsha, if time permits, I'll just like to share one case
Please,
study
please,
over here.
yeah, please do.
So recently I was, one case was referred, and it was, very young chap, and very confused with everything. So the thing was, family is good and everything, background is good. But the thing is, he was not very, uh, happy with the kind of environment he is living in, right? So academically, definitely, not doing so well and everything. And the thing is that he mentioned that I have been telling to my family from some time, and my friends, but it's like, you're young, you can cope up with this. Why do you, need some professional help? Okay, so it is not required at all. My heart just broke, that why, if someone needs help, then you need to provide help. So still from 1992 we are continuously talking about it, but I don't think so there is much awareness is there about the significance of it. Yeah.
So, such actually a beautiful and heartbreaking story that even today, after creating so much of awareness, even Bollywood stars, Hollywood stars, cricketers, famous sports personalities talk about importance of mental health, but still there is stigma in society, and I think that is why. So every year, of course, there is a specific theme for Mental Health Day, and that is why I think the theme makes so much of sense. Mental health is a fundamental right. That's the theme of this year. Would you like to elaborate more on it?
I think this theme itself says a lot, and it's a very powerful theme for to be followed. And like last year, it was that mental health is a global priority for everyone, and it's a fundamental right for everyone. So when we are saying fundamental right, I think it is not just that we are saying, because I know, because we work and you also work in field of education, and I have started my career in field of education. So I even be, after saying, reading, talking so much about it, but if a child comes to, teacher with some difficulties or, emotional, behavioral, academic, anything, sending to a counselor, resource room, psychologist is the last option, right? First, all the other things are been experimented, tested, tried, and then last is, okay, now you can go to resource room. And they are tagged as resource room children, right? So I think that is somewhere we need to break in. So fundamental, if I have an issue, if I am struggling emotionally, if I have some behavioral issues, I should go to the person who is, has expertise in this field. So I think if that much of awareness can be done, uh, I think a lot of things will be taken care of by all the individuals and stakeholders who are taking part in the growth of individuals. Like we not just focus on children, but every individual have their own stages of growth. So if we can just support each other a little bit, not label each other, and then take care of the emotional health of each other, I think that will be a great gift to society which we can give. And I think that is why this theme, is also focusing on that it's a fundamental right for everyone. If someone has any problem, go to that specific expert. If I have problem in history, I'll go to history teachers. I'll not go to geography, mathematics, English. That's a basic concept, I guess.
Correct. Actually, it makes so much sense. Like we were discussing yesterday also, that if I have diabetes, I'll go to a diabetes specialist and not somebody who takes care orthopedic. Not somebody who takes care of my bones. Right? It's like that. If you have, and it's actually not a problem. It's a condition which can be consulted, and we can move ahead. Yeah, this is really, really interesting.
And Roshali, also, as you rightly mentioned about the specific problem has, specific experts, as we are also trying to focus on that. And you are also coming from a lot of, experience in the field of education, where you closely work with educators, you closely work with different stakeholders. Uh, so what is your experience, because you're not from so-called psychology industry, but you definitely working very closely with all the stakeholders.
Yeah, we definitely not psychologists, but we work with on mind shifts, shifting mind of teachers to upgrade themselves, upskill themselves. So, very proudly, I'm very proud of the way we say that we are a very community centered, so teacher community centered organization. So we believe that in our organization, any teachers can actually come. So we become a sounding board for them. Teachers can actually open up with us, talk about their personal matters they face, any issue that they have. So of course, I like to share one story, one incident, that we take a lot of live sessions, because you also have been trainer with us. So you know that we take live sessions. In one of the sessions, so we have some participants who are very regular, and some participants who come whenever they feel like they like the topic, they are okay or the real. So there's one participant who was very regular, and on that day she was not able to focus, not participating with us, not engaging with us, not asking questions. So after everybody left, I called her up that, what happened? Is everything okay? And we actually spoke for good 20 minutes, where she was just venting out about what happened in school or what happened at home with parents and things like that. And that 20 minutes made me realize the importance of actually having somebody who listens to you. I was just listening to her. I did not give any solution because I'm not an expert. I was not even, I didn't agree or disagree or anything like that happened. But the 20 minutes, she was just saying, I was listening. I was actually quiet, which is very rare, but I was quiet for those 20 minutes. But after venting out, she was so relieved. And then she told me, that activity that you gave me in the session, I'll complete and give it to you by end of day. This is at 8 p.m. She said, I'll give you by end of day. She actually submitted her activity before 10. So I think it is so powerful that there is somebody to listen to you. And maybe I'm sure if that person comes to you or any counselor, like you say, they'll be able to give her more direction. I was just listening. I was just the sounding board for her. But going to an expert like you will definitely give her more direction, more power to her actually.
And I think, Rushali, it was not just listening. You were listening to her without judging her. That is what, was, she felt that she can open her heart to you. And she felt actually safe that, okay, you are not judging her, you are not labeling her, you're not asking questions to her. So I think that is very, very important. And, I think very rightly said, Roshali, many a times we just miss on that. We just miss on listening. Okay. So many times it happens that, sometimes children or even, adults, they say thing continuously. Maybe I'm not feeling up to it. I'm not okay. I don't think so I'll able to do. And these are very important statements, right? But we miss on it. Oh, it's okay. You will be okay by tomorrow. Don't worry. How do we respond? अरे ठीक हो जाएगा, ठीक हो जाएगा, कुछ नहीं होता, सबके साथ होता है. ठीक है, उस नेबर के साथ भी हुआ, उसके साथ भी हुआ, उसके साथ भी हुआ, उसके साथ भी हुआ, and we start giving all these kind of examples. And one concept, I really want to bring in, because be positive, sab acha hoga, right? I think always no one can be positive, right? Being a mental health professional, also there are times where I also need support. I also need to ventilate, because we are also human being, right? So this thing of be positive, sab theek hoga, always 24 into 7, 365 days cannot happen, right? So it's okay, we need to address this. Okay, I understand you're feeling low and this is how you will feel, but definitely you need to work on it. Simple statements like this will really make a lot of difference. So I think the beautiful thing which you have done was you were listening to her and without judging her. That is something which was, I guess, had really, really, she got that platform to open her heart.
Yeah. I think it's so easy to judge anybody.
Easy,
It's
बहुत easy है ना,
the
वो तो
most
free में कर रहे हो
easiest
ना,
thing anybody can do.
वो तो
But
फ्री
I
में कर रहे हो
think
ना, उसमें तो कुछ नहीं है, आराम से करो.
that's true. But I think what you said, it makes so much of sense that everybody, it can be students and can be teachers also, that when they talk to their peers, I think they should remove out the judging factor. Or
It
yeah, so see, judging comes very naturally, but how to avoid it and put it in the back seat is something that
try to avoid it, many a times, school environment में बहुत बार होता है कि the statements like this section is like this, this people from this XYZ community are like this. Even in sometimes while talking also, sometimes these kind of statements come out or something. But I think we should start from there. We should start avoiding using these kind of statements. And lot of times I hear, acha, gaadi agar samne wali car is not going on a right track, people would usually say, acha, maybe a lady driver, right? So that is something, these kind of statements we should avoid using, so that when you say the judgment and everything is coming.
that's true. Yeah, and the worst is comparing. अरे ये कर रहे तू क्यों नहीं कर रहा? ये उससे इनसे होता है, why are you not?
Correct. हाँ, बहुत सिंपल है ना वो बोलने के लिए. अदरवाइज if it is other way around, Roshali, if imagine if children come and start comparing parents को, right? कि
Her
उसके
mom
father
is doing
ने so everyone will be very offended, na? Oh, he comes in BMW, I am going in Maruti Swift. So chalo abhi, why I am not going on BMW. So if children do it the other way around, then again it has its own consequences. So I think definitely comparison is it really hits the self-esteem of any individual. And it develops a lot of self-doubt. So usually it is said that counselors, going to counselors, psychologists, mental health professional is like people who have problems. But low self-esteem also is a root of so many problems, self-confidence and self-doubt, all of this. So whenever you are in trouble, you feel like, I need help, I am not able to make it up, I think reaching out is a solution.
Yeah, again, a powerful, I think this is something which is a good takeaway for our participants today, that it's okay if you're not feeling well. It's okay. Not every day is the same, right? We are humans and not our laptops or any electronic item that just charge it and it's done. I think it's okay to not feel okay, and when you're not feeling okay, you know whom to talk, whom to go to.
Definitely. And I think very in a simple way, if we understand this, if we have an, stomach upset, right, or pain or something, what we do, we immediately rush to, GP, and then they refer us to XYZ. We do whatever test they prescribe us, we do all of it, right? Because it's my stomach pain and it might have some XYZ thing happening, because we are not able to see what exactly happening inside. So there are a lot of tests and lot of medications and treatment is prescribed, and without questioning and without I would use without any kind of you know, questioning the process of the treatment. Everyone signed to the treatment plan. Okay. In the same way, if you have any kind of mental health crisis, right, in terms of anxiety, in terms of depression, in terms of anxiety, exam anxiety, academic difficulty, emotional difficulty, any kind of problem where conflict, you have a problem in managing conflicts, you have problem in managing you know, presenting yourself to others, emotion, controlling your emotions, you have anger issues, anything, you know, anything, wherever you feel that this is the area where I think I need to talk or I really need help, why we don't go to the professional at the first place, but we go to everyone round and round and
And
round, and
we
last
try
we go
to,
to
and the worst is we try to, do self-analysis using Google.
yes,
And
yes,
we also try to find solution on Google or any other. So I'm not
correct,
focusing on Google, but any other internet websites where we
correct.
try to find solutions, and that is not the best way, guys. That is not the best way to find solutions.
Definitely, and but in the in the area of physical health, we don't do that. Okay, we want the professional to be, you know, well trained and XYZ, and then we give our body to them to do whatever they want to do. I think that much of trust in the process of the medical, of the mental health treatment, intervention, therapy should be there, right? Everyone is trained, they are coming with lot of training process, rigorous training process we undergo, and definitely you need to trust the process. I think that's the one thing I would like to really say to all the viewers, that trust the process of therapy, and trust your therapist, and then you will see there is lot of change you will see in yourself. Small steps really matters. So trust the process, trust the therapist, and you will definitely gain a lot of things out of it.
Of process. So so I'm sure we have a lot to share, but any last tip that you would like to give to us?
Okay. There can be, I think, a lot of things which I would like to say, and we can go on. But one thing which, you know, I had really seen a change in myself, if I give example of, is like um, my routine is such, because working remotely most of the time, so it's like sitting work and not much of physical activities. So I was also like getting little I would say you know, in terms of little frustrated because of the monotonous kind of routine. I have to just sit and work, and there's no movement. Body was also, I was gaining a lot of weight and all of that. So to control my you know, mood, I would say, I have enrolled in a yoga program, and that has really helped me to gain a lot of physical strength. And you know, I look forward to that class. I really want to engage. I really want to do those physical activities. So I'm really liking it. I'm not saying everyone should get enroll for a yoga class, but find your way which makes you happy. Okay, any activity, it can be anything, you know, it can be art, it can be gardening, it can be, and no need to spend 2 3 hours, you know, only plan for 15 20 minutes or half an hour. So find that one space of yours, one activity of you know, which way makes you happy. It can be as simple as, you know, sitting in the balcony and reading a book. It can, if you like to cook and you think that that makes you happy, and you, that is your 30 minutes, 40 minutes, which is yours, you're just disconnected from everything, do that. Anything, you know, it should be that you understand that it is making you so happy, it is making you at peace at that time, and you are looking forward next day to continue that activity. I think that is one thing which, you know, you can you will look forward to do it, and it will, you're, you know, you're at peace at that moment when you're doing it.
Very interesting. I think this one small change in our daily routine, one, I would say, so we normally spend our time working job there. We ghar ka kaam, whatever we do. It is because that is our duty. But doing that small change, which is our right, actually now it says fundamental right. So I think it's a good way, duty, along with the duty, you can take that small bit for yourself. And this is for males, females, all, and for kids, for everybody. It is not something that we are talking specifically for females. I think it's for everybody. Taking that small break out of your daily routine, I think that small change. Yeah. So one more thing I wanted to Arjuna to just point out. I know I'm going back, but so normally we say, right, is one counseling enough? Is short? Does this thing get sorted quickly with, like, because see, when we go to a doctor, he says, oh, take this medicine for 2 days and you will be good. If you want to elaborate on that, because I'm sure people have
Definitely.
confusions about, yeah.
Definitely. So, no, I would say because see, any behavior pattern which is inappropriate, okay, or any emotions which are pent up for X years, it can be 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, with one counseling session of 45 minutes, a habit developed of X years cannot be resolved. It's impossible, right? So definitely we need at least 4 to 5, 6, some depends on the I cannot say number, okay, 5 session mein ho jayega, nahi hoga na, because you have definitely we how go is it, we give a therapy plan to our clients, and we discuss the therapy plan that I think these are the areas which I want to address, and initially I think X number of sessions will help you, but definitely we will keep changing it as we reach around 80% of our plan. So this is how it goes. It cannot be, maybe for me 4 sessions my issues can be resolved, but for Roshali it might take 8 to 9, because every individual is different. Our needs are different, and with backgrounds we are coming, it's different. So it is very, very, I cannot say that अच्छा जैसे कि चलो अच्छा इतना problem है डाइजिन खा लो हो जाएगा सही.
Menu,
It cannot like that.
like a menu that take two. Yeah, I get what you
Correct,
say, because
correct,
this
correct.
is normally a myth that people have, that I just go for 1 or 2 sessions and it's done.
Hmm,
It's not good. It doesn't help. Doing
correct.
that too. So I've heard my friends, I've heard relatives doing this. They have counseling 2 sessions. They go and they, I don't like the counselor. I don't like it. It's not helping me in anything.
Correct,
But
correct.
I think that giving that time is also very important.
And I think that's why there's a lot of dropout also in the therapy plan. There are, because the process of therapy is first, initially, it will be very intense. Slowly, we make the client independent, and then slowly, we make them independent. Okay, now you have to take care of your emotions and everything. So that is how it goes. But there are a small percentage, I would say, who complete the process. Well, thank you, Shali, for asking this. Very, very important, I think, to understand also the process.
Yeah, so like I have heard about all this from people, and that's why I thought that this is very important to discuss. This day is very special to discuss about, and this topic is really, because what happens is, people, whenever it comes to mental, they say the person is mental, but that's not the case, and it's very important for people, like you said, not judging and actually finding solution and helping the person. And that's why this is very close to my heart. And thank you so much for agreeing to do this. And it was just, Archana, I want to do this. Yes, Vishali, let's do
Yes.
this. This was the this is the thing. Really,
And
thank you.
I think, Shali, not judging and not labeling, ये सब एक step लेने से we will see a change in communication also. एंड जो सामने जो हमसे जो भी बात कर रहे हैं, जो हमसे आ रहे हैं, अप्रोच कर रहे हैं बात करने के लिए, दे विल आल्सो फील सो कंफर्टेबल विद अस कि ओके ठीक है, इनसे बात की जा सकती है. So I think these are small steps, not judging, not using the words which can, others can feel offended, or they might be not coming to you next time. So these are few things which in normal conversation maybe hum log thoda dhyan rakhein, so that will be really helpful.
I know, and I think this is just a start. This session is just to create this awareness, and many more things that we can do together. So I think let's take that step forward.
Definitely, definitely. We'll keep meeting, keep coming, keep discussing. And yes, we will continue this, and we can also contribute this conversations and little bit, in terms of creating awareness for mental health in society.
That's that's really great. So I think really powerful takeaways of the most important. The best that I love was making that one small change in the daily routine is really going to be helpful.
Correct.
Great. I think that's it for today. It was really great, Arjuna. It was really very helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rishali. Thank you for planning this, organizing this, and I think really a good insights from you also, as you shared one of the case study, and that really helped. That has actually come out well, and everyone got some insight that how can we small gesture from our side of listening can do wonders in someone's life. So thank you, Rishali. Thanks so much.
Thank you. So yeah, this is just the first episode, Teacher's Tiny Tales. We are going to have many, many more topics. If you have any topic in mind that you think we should discuss about, please put it in the chat. And let's see if we can try and take it up soon. So yeah, we'll do it once in a fortnight. So we'll see you in next 2 weeks, in the second week now.
Second week.
So yeah, great. Like I said, it's going to be a very casual conversation. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Archana.
you. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care.